So beach week, we're getting to the end here. Okay, beach week is really a beautiful week, and it starts at the end to kind of round the corner to the closing of our year, but it's still just a really sweet week, all right? So beach week, let's get into it, okay? We have some fun activities here. So our story is Summer Goodbye. So there is, as I mentioned, kind of rounding the corner to some closure, but more for the season, okay? So we have Summer Goodbye. We start off with a beach day at the end of the summer. All right, the prima fairies are relaxing on the beach, and they're like, why didn't we come here early? They've been busy. And the primas lead off this beautiful song, The Beach, which really, it just is like the vibes of being at the beach. And I love that song. And then of course, all the other friends come and they just have a lovely beach day. They're digging, they're splashing, and it's just a lovely beach day. They build forts, they build sandcastles, and it's just beautiful. But at the end, everyone's mood kind of starts to shift a little bit because they realize that summer is coming to an end. Now, this one is not where we're getting our spoiler alert yet, okay? This is still just, that's the next week, okay? We're close, but okay, so the mood kind of changes because the season is ending. Now, if you have been here through the whole year, you do know already that in autumn, the fairies do leave. So the mood starts to shift here because we're realizing that summer doesn't last forever. And it's been this really beautiful season with their friends, with their fairies, with their new friends. And this one does start to get emotional. So here's where the tissues can start coming out. Because Summertime, that song, really is this kind of capturing of all the things that they've gotten to do with summer. And what I love about this song, Summertime, is it kind of mimics Summer Has Begun, where back the first song of summer, that opening, Petty Palm is so excited for the season and he lists off all the things that he can't wait to do for the summer. And then we get to spend this wonderful season together. And then you come here at Beach Week, the end of the season, and this Summertime song really sings through all the things they got to do together. And it's all those same things. And they get to just cherish all the fun and joy they've shared, but realizing that summer can't last forever. And that eventually the season is gonna come to an end, and they're watching the sunset on the beach and realizing that soon the fairies are gonna be going back. I know. And there's gonna be changes. And you know, even with our kids, we only get one summer per year with our kids. Like, this is the only year my little 2-year-old will be a 2-year-old in the summertime. And so with each year, we just get to kind of close the season and realize this is the only time it'll be this way. And we can look back on the season and just reflect on each of these special moments that will never really be the same. And we can look forward to some of those traditions the next year, but it will always just be a little different. And okay, now we're crying. And Nathaniel coming in too. Yeah, and it feels like, okay, we've had this summer, some friends are gonna be going on in autumn, and it's just not gonna be the same, you know, and autumn is coming again. And so it's just this closing of the season and really honoring the season of summer and what it is, because for a lot of kids, it's when they get to see their friends all the time, and it's when, you know, rhythms are loose and they get to do all of these sweet things, and everyone's crying. And this is why we homeschool, so we never get to say goodbye. But we do get to just honor the season of summer and what it is. And for these friends in Wondergarten, that they're really realizing that this summer has been so special. They've had new friends. They've had Eliza and Morrison and all these fairies, and Tourmaline is so sweet and young, and it's just a special time. So that is the closing. It's beginning to close the season and just really honor the time they've shared and the time you have shared with these friends, with your kids through the summer. And so there already is a lot of closure with this week. And then of course I'll get to next week soon. But yes, it is definitely already getting to some closure, already realizing that summer can't last forever, okay? So, all right, Sierra, don't get ahead of yourself. I'll get to that in a minute with our next week, okay? Okay, y'all are getting ahead of yourselves. Whoa. Slow down. We're still in Beach Week, okay? Closing week is next week. We're in Beach Week, okay? So Beach Week, we're starting to realize that summer is ending. Okay, so our songs, the beach, lovely beach vibes, and then summertime is that kind of sunset on the beach, closing of summer, all right? So we have some fun activities. If you can, go to the beach, go get some sand. Our main lesson, our morning activity is sand play. So if you have a sensory bin, or if you want to go to a sandbox or a beach, play in the beach and play with some sand. And now class, stay patient. Yes, thank you, Christiana. So morning activity, sand play. If you are at the beach, little tip, snag some sand because you might need it for one of your other activities, okay? But encourage some sandcastle play. Classic, just make sure they're in the sand, however you have access to. Even if it's a sensory bin in your backyard, that totally counts. Now, for the beach, of course, sometimes we take towels, so we are gonna go back to an old classic for our main lesson for Living Arts Day, towel folding. And this one is always just really sweet. Let your children fold towels, especially with beach towels. You can fold them together. We have our corner to corner little rhyme here. Now there's two ways to sing this. The kind of OG Waldorf-y one in the Mood of the Fifths is corner to corner, meet and greet, folding our towels so nice and neat. So you can sing it that version, or you can sing the fairies version, corner to corner, meet and greet, folding our towels so nice and neat. So whichever you'd like from Scrub-a-Dub or kind of our OG Waldorf Mood of the Fifths one. Take your pick. But you can sing that as you fold your towels. It's just a lovely life skill that never goes away, right? How many times are we folding towels in our lives? So get that back out. If you're going to the beach, have them fold your towels with you before you go on. And then our day 2, we have these really sweet sand prints. And I love this because it feels like capturing their sweet little footprints in the sand, as they're only gonna be this small for this year. So it's just a really sweet keepsake. And so it's like footprints in the sand that you just get to keep. So grab some sand, and I know you're gonna cry over an activity, I'm sorry guys. Grab some sand. If you're a supply kit subscriber, or if you're getting a supply kit, we will have some clean play sand in there for you, or grab some sand for the beach or whatever you have. Mix that, you're kind of gonna make a sand salt dough, and roll that out. Squish their cute little fingers and their cute little feet in there, put some seashells, and then dry it out like you would any salt dough. It's really simple, but it's just a really sweet memento for the year and for the season. Then we have these really cute and sweet and yummy sand dollar sugar cookies, which have sliced almonds to make the little sand dollar shape. Of course, if you have a nut allergy, you can omit those or kind of try to find something else to replace that might kind of give that effect. But they're really, really yummy, and they really look like sand dollars, so they're really, really fun. So ingredients are here, recipe is here, and swaps are here. Now for the beach, of course, what better place to fly a kite? Fair warning, they don't last long at all. Those cookies will go quickly. Kite paper kites. I am so excited about these kite paper kites because they are just stunning. They're just beautiful with the sun and these colors. They're just lovely. So I'll walk you through step by step here as I'll kind of show you, because it can be kind of one of those things that feels a little tricky to look through, but I'll talk you through it. Okay, so part 1 of kite paper kites is you're just gonna make a big grid of kite paper. Just tape the seams together. You can pick whatever colors you want and make a nice big grid that's gonna be slightly bigger than how big you want your kite. Okay? Step 2 is you're gonna get some sticks, and you'll want one that's like longer and one that's shorter. Okay, so let's flip this way. You're gonna do one that's like long for the top and one that's this way to kind of make that kite cross. Okay, so depending on how long your sticks are, make sure the length of your sticks correlates with the length of your kite paper patchwork grid. Okay, then you're gonna tie that stick together. Okay, and then you're gonna lay it down on your kite paper grid, okay? And then you're gonna create a string frame. Now this part can be tricky, but you see here in the picture, let's kind of see this. You're gonna take that string and you're gonna go across and around the outside of those sticks to make that string frame. Now, if you want, it can be, an adult can take the end of that stick and kind of carve a little knife right in the edge of that stick so the string has somewhere to kind of notch into. If you want, some sticks you can kind of just shimmy it in there, but if you want to carefully create a notch. So take your string around, okay? And then you're gonna tie that off if you wanna kind of tie it or tape it, hot glue it, secure it. So you've created your cross of your sticks and a string frame around it. Then lay that down on your kite paper grid, and as you see here in step 5, trim around with like about 1 inch or 2 of access between your string frame and where you're cutting. So you wanna make sure you have some excess there. I would recommend go on the side of more than less, but cut around that string frame. So you have your diamond shape of your kite paper, and then you're just gonna fold that excess over the string, and you can secure it with glue or even tape is really easy, but you're just gonna fold over. It does help if you kind of snip each corner so each one can fold independently of itself. All right, so then once you do that, you'll have your nice little kite frame. Then you're gonna tie your tail, just tie a string at the bottom, however long you want, tie little ribbons along as you go, and then take a big roll of string and tie it to the center of the cross of the kite, and there you have your kite. Now, these are not guaranteed to fly, of course. Nathaniel was a little frustrated that they didn't fly perfectly when we took him to the beach, but I still think they're so lovely and so fun. You can see my son here just running with it, and they're just beautiful to hang, they're fun to make, so I think you can still absolutely enjoy them. You can go ahead and give it a try if you're somewhere windy, but you know, getting a perfectly aerodynamic kite can be tricky. So enjoy the process of making. I think they're stunning. They're great. Yes, some leftover ribbon, so you can use your leftover ribbon for the tails, and really, really fun activity, okay? Day 3, our final lesson for beach week is beach watercolor painting. This uses a few techniques to kind of create a beach effect on your watercolor. So you'll need your standard watercolor supplies. So you'll do your wet on wet where you soak the paper. You'll need blue and yellow. So you're gonna paint blue on one side, and then if you dip some rubbing alcohol on top of that, it's gonna kind of create this watery ocean effect. You can also take a straw and blow towards the blue, and it'll kind of create a wave effect. And then over here, you're gonna paint some yellow, and then you're gonna sprinkle some coarse salt, and that's gonna kind of soak up some of the pigment. And then once that's dry, it'll create a sand effect. So we have a few effects here. You're gonna be blowing, you're gonna be dropping rubbing alcohol, you're gonna sprinkling salt, and then all of those together kind of create this cool oceany beach painting. Of course, you can choose how much blue and how much yellow and where your child wants to paint your beach, but that's kind of the idea. So you really want to make sure this is a wet on wet, so soak your watercolor paper first and paint your liquid blue, because you want to be able to blow that blue away to kind of create the wave ripple, and then drop your rubbing alcohol and it'll make a really cool effect, and then paint your yellow and sprinkle your sand, your salt to make the sand, and it is just kind of a cool effect.